selama setahun, kembali semula ke laman web tadi, masukkan email yang didaftarkan dan kod pengaktifan yang telah disediakan di belakang modul ibu bapa. Mudah sahaja. Pilih salah satu buku dan tekan butang berwarna pelangi. Klik pada mana-mana karakter atau ayat di dalam laman buku untuk mendengar narasi oleh pelakon bersuara profesional.
Di saat aku membuka mata untuk kali pertama, segalanya kelihatan kabur.
Untuk merakam suara naratif anda sendiri, lakarkan sebuah bentuk dan tekan lama pada bentuk tersebut untuk merakam suara anda.
Butterfly. Butterfly.
Jadilah seorang pencerita yang lebih berimajinasi. Kami berharap anda dan si kecil anda memperolehi manfaat hasil daripada bacaan bersama dengan kit reading seeds ini, sekaligus memupuk minat membaca untuk generasi yang akan datang. Hai bapa semua serta permata hati anda yang disayangi sekalian. Sebentar lagi kami akan berkongsi dengan anda mengenai Kid Reading Seeds. Little Readers Treasure Box ini direka khas bagi memupuk minat membaca di kalangan anak-anak seawal mungkin serta menyokong perkembangan awal literasi dan fizikal si kecil. Kit ini mengandungi satu set kad pencapaian bayi, satu set kad imbasan hitam putih, carta pencapaian perkembangan kanak-kanak, permainan bongkah kayu, papan sentuhan deria, 3 buah buku pembelajaran dui bahasa bertajuk abjad, nombor, bentuk dan warna dan anggota badan saya. 1 buah buku bacaan beraksi dui bahasa bertajuk Saya Boleh. 4 buah buku cerita kanak-kanak dui bahasa bertajuk Kasih Sayang, Harapan dan Impian, Saya Sayang Keluarga Saya, Ambrose dan Kawan-Kawan dan Impian Saya. Set wayang kulit, carta ketinggian, poster profil bayi, buku modul ibu bapa sebagai rakan membaca dan langkah-langkah untuk muat turun aplikasi Mi Books Plus. Catatkan dan ambil gambar bayi anda bersama kad pencapaian bagi mengabadikan detik-detik indah si kecil anda. Catatkan perubahan ketinggian dan butiran si kecil anda dengan carta ketinggian dan poster profil bayi. Memperkenalkan si kecil kepada bentuk yang mudah dengan menggunakan kad imbasan hitam putih. Gunakan carta pencapaian perkembangan anak ini melalui bongkar kayu sebagai panduan perkembangan dan pencapaian si kecil anda. Contohnya, anda akan dapat melihat senyuman anak anda seawal 6 minggu. Lihat mereka menyusun dari 3 bongkah kayu pada usia 18 bulan. Dan lihat keupayaan mereka melompat dengan menggunakan hanya 1 kaki pada usia 4 tahun. Mempelajari abjad, nombor, bentuk, warna dan anggota badan dalam bahasa Inggeris dan bahasa Malaysia dengan buku pembelajaran. Membaca sambil beraksi dengan si kecil anda dan perhatikan perkembangan mereka melalui buku Saya Boleh. Mulakan pengembaraan membaca untuk anak anda dengan 3 buah buku cerita dui bahasa, Ambrose dan Kawan-Kawan, Kasih Sayang, Harapan dan Impian dan Saya Sayang Keluarga Saya yang dihasilkan oleh penulis dan pelukis tempatan. Galakkan si kecil untuk menceritakan impian mereka berasaskan
This how is my screen? Latif? Okay, I can see the screen.
Yeah, you put it on a slideshow.
Slideshow. Okay, let me put on.
Is my voice okay, Prof? Is it too loud or
Yeah, a bit too loud now.
a bit too loud? Huh? Okay. Maybe I
How
my
about
microphone.
I think there is some disturbance, there is somebody haven't mute their mic.
Okay, we have 84 participants. Give us another few more minutes. Yeah, thank you for your patience, everyone.
Yeah, we wait for a while. Some people are still joining.
Yeah.
Then would I be able to see the chat box? Oh, oh yeah, on top. Yeah, okay. Okay, I can see it on top in the. How come I cannot see the chat box on top?
Maybe you have to go out from the full screen and then baru you dapat tengok the chat box dekat bawah sana, Prof.
Okay. How now the screen is okay? How the
No, it's still not apa tu?
full
Slideshow.
Okay.
Yes.
Now?
Perfect.
This one problem, to go out and go into the chat box and quite difficult. How?
If anything, I will trigger you lah. Are we allowing question and answer?
No. I'm doing like a chat. I mean, like I will ask them something and then they will put the answer in the chat and so on. So that's why I want the chat box, because I want to ask question and the participant will put the answer there. We want to be macam interactive, with the participant. Okay. Unless somebody can tell me what they put in the chat box, so at least I know what they put. Because now I cannot see anything if I put like that, I cannot see the chat box.
Can you just click your mouse dekat bawah? I can still click. Dia akan muncul kan? No, not that one. The black bar underneath.
Okay, wait.
Dr. Kuldeep, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So this is interactive lah.
Yeah, interactive lah. When we have to ask some question, it's no use I talking and you listening. Yeah, it's better to be interactive lah.
Suggest that because we already have 80 over participants, we should not wait anymore.
Okay, I think so. Okay, yeah, okay, maybe the host can start. Okay.
All right, Tan Sri, with your permission, we shall start the session. We have currently 99 participants, so we are very near our registered participants, a total of 128, I believe, from the Secretariat. All right, so as they say, time waits for no one. So we shall start our talk for this afternoon. All right, Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the talk entitled Growth Mindset, a Superpower for Improving People Potential by Associate Professor Dr. Kuldeep Singh. Right? On behalf of the Institute of Management Sarawak, we would like to welcome you to this talk and the series of talk that we are organizing for this year. For details, you can always check on our Facebook page as well as on our website. Yeah. So a little bit about our speaker today. Yeah. Associate Professor Dr. Kuldeep Singh is an associate professor in the Faculty of Administrative Science and Policy Studies in UiTM Sarawak. He has a bachelor degree in history, master's degree in education, and a PhD in human resource management. His research interests include servant leadership, work-life balance, growth mindset, and education management. He has also presented papers at national and international conferences and published papers in academic journals. He has also taught postgraduate courses in administrative science and education. And he is an associate member of professional bodies, a few of them, such as Malaysian Institute of Management, Malaysian Institute of Human Resource Management, and the Management Institute of Sarawak. He is also a member of Persatuan Perkembangan Profesionalisme Pendidikan Sarawak. All right. So with that, we would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Kuldeep Singh to present his talk this afternoon. Okay, dipersilakan, Prof. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Intan Rama, who is the Principal Assistant Secretary of the Ministry of Welfare, Community Welfare, Women, Family and Childhood Development of Sarawak. So I will, I think, proceed with my talk. So as you see, my talk there title is Growth Mindset. So firstly, I want to welcome everyone who is joining me today. I'm sure you are very busy this Saturday afternoon. You got many things to do. So I really appreciate you being here today to listen to my talk. But I think you make a wise decision, because today you are going to learn something about the growth mindset. And this growth mindset will be very helpful to you. I know you could be watching Netflix and so on or what. So thank you for coming, for attending this webinar. Okay, before I begin my webinar or before I begin my talk, I want to ask you one question. When you was a child, or even now, do you have a superhero? Who is your superhero? So please put it in the chat box. Who is your superhero? I want to see who is your superhero. For me, my superhero is Superman. How about you? Anybody, please put in the chat box. Who is your superhero? Okay, my dad, some people put Power Rangers, Ultraman, Ninja, Doraemon. Okay. Spider-Man, yeah, some people put Spider-Man, Batman, Iron Man, whatever. So many Powerpuff Girls, I never heard. Wonder Woman, yeah, I know about Wonder Woman. Iron Man, okay, good. Power Ranger, Jeff Bezos. Oh, Jeff Bezos is a superhero. Okay, okay, thank you for your answer. A lot of answer. Kloang Man or what? Okay, my mom and all that. Okay, yeah, you're a superhero. Okay, Wakanda. That I think that is about something like I think what is a new type of superhero lah, Wakanda. Forgot the movie, I saw it also. Okay, so everybody have the superhero. It could be your dad, your mom, or maybe Superman, Spider-Man, and so on, or maybe Steve Jobs or whatever, your superhero. But I want to ask you, what do the superhero has that make it a superhero? Please give me the answer. Okay, please give what they have. What do they have that make them superhero? Yeah. Okay, I think that is a very simple question. Okay, strength, okay, laser eyes, especially X-Men, they got laser eyes and so on, brain and all that. Maybe they have a super brain and so on. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about today, superpower. So today, I'm going to demonstrate to you that growth mindset is also a superpower. It can be used for improving your potential or you're achieving your full potential. Okay, so it's a superpower. So I use the word superpower. A lot of people are using this word as a superpower. Feedback as your superpower and so on. So let's begin. Okay, the outline of my presentation will be what is growth mindset. Maybe some of you are not aware of what is growth mindset. Have you heard about growth mindset? Please give your answer. If you have heard about it, put 1 in the chat box. Okay, good. Only one person. Okay. Only one person. Okay, so that's, I think maybe most of you not sure. Okay, so yeah, a couple of them. Yeah. Yeah, one. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so we can assume that, most of you have, not most lah, maybe not many, I think over here one. So just now I wanted to do poll. I don't know whether can do or not. It's not, it's okay. At least I get some idea that some of you know what is a growth mindset. Okay, something new. Okay, Ghazali said something new. Yeah, that's okay. So we will learn about what is growth mindset, what are the benefits, why we need a growth mindset, what benefit do we get? Normally people will ask this question, why, what the benefit? And then number 3, why growth mindset matter? Why growth mindset is important for me and so on. And then we will look at the difference between the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. What are the difference between the two? And then lastly, we will look at how to develop a growth mindset. So this is the outline of my presentation. I want this thing to be a conversation between me and you. I don't want to give a lecture. So please, I don't know, sometimes I might forget also because I'm doing lecture every day. So it's part of my life and so on. So this one should be a bit different. I'm not giving you a lecture. We are just sharing information. I'm sharing information on growth mindset with you. So this is the definition of growth mindset by Carol Dweck, who is the original founder of this concept. She's a professor in the psychology department in the Stanford University. So according to her, growth mindset is people believe that their most basic ability can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brain and talent are just the starting point. It's just a starting point, your brain and your talent. This view creates a love of learning. So in order to improve it, you have to love learning. That's why you are here today. You want to learn something new. Okay, so you have a growth mindset. I believe you, all of you who are here today got a growth mindset because you love learning new things. If you don't love new things, you will be watching Netflix or Astro or whatever. And then we have a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. This concept is very popular now, resilience, especially during pandemic now. So that is the definition of a growth mindset. So what are the benefits of growth mindset? Number 1, it will give us, if you are growth mindset, you will have a positive attitude to life, to work, and so on. So positive, nowadays, we better think more positive instead of negative. Because sometimes people really, because the situation is very bad, we think negative. But positive is a better choice. You have a choice, either you think positive or negative. So if you are growth mindset, you will think positive. And then number 2, better coping skill. Now, because of problems and all that, a lot of problems now going on, you will, if you have a growth mindset, you are able better to cope with problem instead of a fixed mindset. and more motivation to accomplish tasks. When you want to accomplish tasks, you will face a lot of problems. But when you have growth mindset, you are motivated. Okay? And then increase performance. Of course, your performance will increase day by day because you are practicing the concept of growth mindset. And then better relationship with others, with your co-worker, with your significant other, with your maybe children and sibling and so on. So better relationship. That's why everything in the world is about relationship. We must have a good relationship with our other people. Actually, a lot of battle, a lot of fighting happen because of bad relationship. Okay, why should the organization encourage growth mindset? Now we come to the organization. Why your company or your organization should encourage and grow? What is the benefit? So if you said, according to research done by Dr. Alexander M. Clark and so on, if you got growth mindset in your company, the people are more comfortable taking risks and working towards bigger goals. So people are more open to taking risks. Some people call it the psychological safety, willing to take risks, if you are growth mindset. If you are fixed mindset, you don't want to take risks. You are comfortable with what is your life now. And then higher motivation, the motivation is very high if you are growth mindset, because growth mindset motivates you. You don't feel demotivated. And number 3, enhance brain development across wide range of tasks. Your brain will develop more. And afterward, we will look at what happened to your brain when you are having a growth mindset. And then number 3, decrease stress, anxiety, and depression. As you know now, a lot of people are experiencing stress, anxiety, depression. I think the day I attended, last week, I attended a Malaysian Association of Positive Psychology webinar. They were talking about a lot of people having this stress, anxiety, and depression because of pandemic. I hope nobody here is having any stress. Everybody here okay? If you're okay, type okay there in the chat box. Are you okay? Okay, good. There are people having stress, but I hope the people now who is attending this webinar, they would not have stress because they are growth mindset people. Okay, so that's good. Can cope lah. Yeah, you must be able to cope with whatever happening to you. That's what I call a growth mindset. You have better coping skill. Okay. Okay, let's continue. And then we have positive working relationship. Yeah, your relationship, working relationship with your co-worker. How is the relationship in your company, or how your relationship with your boss? Some people have good relationship with the boss, some people are not very good because of the mindset they're having. Okay, and then higher overall employee performance. Of course, the employee performance will go up. People with growth mindset. That's why now many organizations encourage the growth mindset, like Google, Apple, and Amazon, and all that company. All the very successful company encourage growth mindset. It's becoming very popular now. Last time we used to hear this concept of brand, left brand, right brand, whole brand. Now no more. Now go to the other one, mindset. So mindset is more powerful than the brand. So brand and mind are not the same. They are different between the mind and the brand. Okay. I think the mind is more powerful than the brand. Do you agree with me that the mind is more powerful than the brand? Please type 1 if you agree with me. Okay. Okay, yeah, okay. Why anybody don't want to agree with me? It's okay, no problem. You're open to debate. Okay, mindset, yeah, I agree with you. True, mindset is very powerful actually, It's because it's something to do with the mind, the mind, not the brain, Because you see, brain is the tangible one. You can see, the brain, you can see that is the tangible. But the mindset is the intangible one that you cannot see. Okay, you cannot see the mind. What is the mind? We cannot, but brain we can see. This is the brain. So that's why I call it intangible, meaning something that cannot be seen. So normally now in the organization, they say that the tangible is not that powerful, but the intangible things in the organization are the one that make a difference to the organization. Intangible. So mindset is something intangible. Okay, so next one. This one is about this Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. So now he said in his simple step to using mindset, he said, you should take the approach that you are wrong. Your goal is to be less wrong. So we cannot be perfect all the time. We can be wrong, but you must be less wrong. You know, this Tesla and SpaceX and all that, people before believed that only the astronaut can go to space, you know, NASA and so on. Now we have this guy, Elon Musk, making space travel affordable. I mean, not affordable, but available to everybody who can afford it. You know how much one trip to space costs? I think it costs about 200,000 US dollar. And many people is fully booked, you know, by the rich people, fully booked. And I think now Jeff Bezos also coming out with something like space something, you know, to travel to the space also. And then Richard Branson, all these people, they think they are, I mean, people think, how can you go to space? So something like that. So they are very growth mindset. They think something is possible. Everything is possible, actually. Okay, so this guy, Albert Einstein, I'm sure you are familiar with this guy. Are you familiar with this guy? Please type 1 if you know him, or you have seen his picture before somewhere. I think his picture is everywhere in the book, you know. Okay. Yeah, everybody know him. Quite popular. Okay. So Einstein teacher said that he was academically subnormal. He's academically not very smart, you know. Actually, what it means, academically subnormal means he's not smart. Okay, that's what it means actually. I like his hairstyle, you know. I mean, that's the hairstyle of the smart guy. If you want to be smart, that is you're supposed to have hairstyle like that. Okay, Michael Jordan. I think you know him also. Michael Jordan. He's a very famous basketballer and all that. Michael Jordan coach said to him, he was not more talented than any other people. His talent is same like other people. Actually, he got rejected many times, actually, you know, in the basketball team and all that. So, but he didn't give up. I mean, yeah, later on we talk about that. Why? Okay. Walt Disney. I think you remember this guy also. Remember what is Walt Disney famous for? Type in the chat box. What is Walt Disney famous for? Mickey Mouse. Yeah, that's true. Mickey Mouse. Until now, people still admire Mickey Mouse, even though it started a long time ago, 1960. Yeah. One more thing connect with Walt Disney is Disneyland. Disneyland. Remember Disneyland? It's his creation, actually. You know, Disneyland, where people can imagine things, magic and all that. It's about magic. So I believe that everybody should once in their lifetime at least go to Disneyland. We got 2 Disneyland, one in Hong Kong and one in Japan. Has anybody here been to Disneyland? Anybody been here? If yes, you type yes if you have been to Disneyland. Okay, good. Okay, good. Disneyland. Yeah, at least one in your lifetime must go to Disneyland. I also never been to Disneyland. I hope to go soon. Maybe after the pandemic, I want to go to Disneyland. It's not for young people only, you know, it's for everybody, you know. Magic is for everybody. So what they said about him, they said that Walt Disney was told that he lacked creative imagination, meaning he don't have imagination. Okay, so that's what people say about him. But I'm sure Walt Disney didn't believe this thing. So how did they become successful? You know, Walt Disney is very popular, very successful. And then, you know, Michael Jordan, very famous. He spent millions of dollars for the game and all that. And also this Albert Einstein come with the theory of relativity and so on. So how did they become successful? So if I ask you a question, do you think they have a growth mindset or the fixed mindset? If growth mindset, type G. If you think they have a fixed mindset, set type F. Yeah, that's what is make them popular and successful. They have a growth mindset. So here you can see your mindset can make a difference. Whether you are successful or not successful depend on your mindset. So that's why this is my argument now, that growth mindset can make you successful. Okay. So now these are the things. Fixed mindset, you mean your intelligence and talent are fixed already. At birth, you cannot improve anything. Now the growth mindset, your intelligence talent can go up or down or go up. I think you prefer to go up. Sometimes it can go down also if you don't use your brain. Okay. So now we look at the two comparison. So this is the woman just now I'm talking about, the Professor Carol Dweck. She has the book Mindset, the New Psychology of Success, how we can learn to fulfill our potential. Can be for parenting, business, school, and relationship. So you can use it for anything actually, become a good parent, become a good student. So according to her, same again, intelligent, fixed mindset means intelligence is a fixed trait. You can't change it. Whatever intelligence you have, you have. You cannot change it. You cannot increase and all that. But the growth mindset, you can grow your intelligence through effort. The more effort you put in, the more the mind will grow. I mean, afterward I explain what will grow inside your brain. So which one do you want? Do you want to have a fixed mindset? I think okay, sorry for that. I accidentally clicked some clicks. Okay, wait. Okay, I think you can see. Okay. So which one do you want to have? Do you want to have fixed mindset or you want to have a growth mindset? Put in the chat box.
Dr. Kuldeep,
Yeah.
can I interrupt you there?
Yeah, okay.
Explain the idea of intelligence as a fixed trait has been demolished by many other
yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's
researchers. Because intelligence, the level of your intelligence depends very much on the experiences that you have gone through and the learning process that you have.
The one that it's true. Yeah, it's true. And also one more thing, Sansvi, we have more than one intelligence. We have, I think, 7 or 8 multiple intelligences, according to Howard Gardner in this book. So we got more type of intelligence, not one type only. I mean, they are talking about one type, but we have 7 or 8 type of intelligence. So I agree with you that intelligence, that's why growth mindset means your intelligence can grow through your effort, through your experiences, and so on. I agree with you, actually. Okay, continue. Okay, so this one, fixed mindset. Fixed mindset. You know this guy, Who knows this guy? I mean, who is he? I think quite popular, this guy, Anybody know this guy? Yeah, not Simpson. What is his name? His name in the drama, in the series Simpson is called. What is his name? Yes, you got it, Edwin. Homer Simpson. Yeah, quite popular series, This one is a very popular series of Simpsons and so on. It was only, I think, quite popular. Now we are looking at another drama series called The Family Guy, But this one was very popular. It got a lot of seasons. So this guy is memang static one. Talent and giftedness are permanent. Okay? Nothing you can do about that. That's Homer Simpson. Fixed mindset. Okay, growth mindset. The brain is malleable. Every time you learn something new, the brain forms new connections. You see a child, they like to very curious about learning about things and all that, whatever is surrounding them. Okay, so now we can look at the differences. This is the diagram that shows the difference between the two mindsets. Okay, the first one is the fixed mindset, meaning your intelligence is static. Okay, they try to look smart, and therefore they don't want to do anything. They don't want to do anything to improve themselves. They think they are smart enough. Growth mindset, they desire to learn, and therefore the tendency to improve. So that is one type of fixed mindset and the growth mindset. So challenges. If you are fixed mindset, you try to avoid the challenges. You don't want to challenge, you want to avoid them. You don't like challenges actually. But if you are the growth mindset, you embrace challenges. You welcome challenges. Okay, so remember that. I think also after we finish with this slide, I want you to get a piece of paper and a pen, and you are going to rate yourself. If you got which one, which one are you? You put a 1 day. Which one? Got 5 or 6 years, 4, 5, 6. After that, you just put out 1, 1, 1, 1, and then you can calculate which side you are more. Are you more to the growth mindset, or are you more to the the fixed mindset? So let me go through the things. What are the differences? Obstacle. So if you are fixed mindset, you will give up very easily when you face any setback obstacle. But if you are the growth mindset, you perceive in the face of setback, challenges, and so on. You never give up. You keep on going. So now you know which one you are. Either you are the fixed mindset or the growth mindset. You can give yourself a 1 or a 0. So roughly you know where you are. And then effort. Fixed mindset, they see effort as fruitless, worse. They don't need to do anything because they don't think they need to put any effort. They are smart enough, no need to put any effort. But if you are growth mindset, you see effort as the path to mastery. So you want to become better at something. You want to be competent and so on. This is mastery. You become a master. I think this one also got some studies done. To become a master, you need at least I think 10,000 hours according to a study by Anders Ericsson, and that come to about 3.44 hours per day. You need to do your craft or whatever. Then you become a master. You on the path to mastery. And then criticism. If you are fixed mindset, you ignore the useful negative feedback. You don't like criticism. You don't like negative feedback. Because you are good enough. Why should people give you feedback? You are the best. And then for growth mindset, learn from criticism. We like to learn. These growth mindset people like to learn from criticism. I hope many of you. Okay, which one do you like to learn from criticism? Put a yes in the chat box. That's what the trait of a growth mindset is. You like to learn from the constructive criticism given by people. You try to improve yourself based on the feedback given. Okay. So I think most of you are growth mindset, like I told you before this. Since you are here, you are a growth mindset person. Okay, let's continue. And then the last one, for the fixed mindset, they feel threatened by the success of others. You feel threatened if you are fixed mindset. But if you are growth mindset, you find lesson and inspiration in the success of others. So you see, if these people can be successful, or what makes them successful, you want to learn from them, because at the end, you also will become successful as they are when you learn what they need to, what they normally do. Because according to Robin, you see what is Tony Robbins, or what he said, success leaves clues. They are clues. How to become successful. So they are a method of becoming successful by following the people who are good. So they are altogether 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characteristics of the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. So so have you done the exercise? Which one are you getting higher? Are you getting more 1, 1, 1 at the growth mindset, or are you getting more 1, 1, 1 at the fixed mindset? If you are one of them, you just put 1 day. And then if you are growth mindset, you put a 1. So which one are you? Where are you getting more your answer? Like now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many of you get more high value at the growth mindset? How many of you got more high value at the growth mindset? Yes, more to growth mindset. Okay. How about everybody are more to growth mindset? Okay. Then mean you are in the growth mindset. 4 at growth mindset. Okay, 4 out of 6 is not bad, but it will be better if everybody can get 6 out of 6 on the growth mindset. So roughly you know where you are, where your mind is, either fixed or growth mindset. Okay, more to growth mindset. So I can conclude that most of you here are on the growth mindset.
But, Dr. Kodib, can I interrupt you again?
Okay.
I am a bit concerned when you still put under your definition of fixed mindset as intelligence is static. As we said just now, which you agree, intelligence is not static. If you read people
Yeah, it's true. It's fixed. The fixed mindset people think that intelligence is static, but the growth mindset, they think intelligence is not static. It can be improved.
Yeah, that's what you mean, huh?
That's what I mean actually by static. It's fixed actually. Okay, I think. Okay, I hope I clear that. Yeah, that's what I mean. Fixed here mean static here mean it's fixed already and above. You cannot improve anything about the intelligence. But growth mind.
Yeah, you must ensure that this intelligence is static. It's not a definition.
Yeah, it's not a definition.
It is the perception of those people who have got fixed mindset.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's the perception of the people with the growth mindset. They think that intelligence is static. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Thank you for the clarification. Okay, so remember that these are the differences between the two fixed mindset and the growth mindset. So roughly, you know which mindset you are more inclined to. Okay, so go to I think the next one is, this one is like same thing lah. What is happening inside your mind? The blue one is the growth mindset. These are the thoughts inside your mind. What you are thinking about, and the black one over there is the fixed mindset. Example, failure is an opportunity to grow. Yeah, if your growth mindset, that's what you are thinking. Failure is an opportunity to grow. But if your fixed mindset, you say, oh, failure is the limit of my ability. You feel you are limited. Because you fail, it's a limit of your ability. So these are the things that go into your mind. Actually what we think, that makes our mindset actually. That's why we must think positive thought. We must look at the big picture and so on. Like this one, challenges help me to grow. And this one, my fixed mindset, I'm either good at it or I'm not. That's all. My ability are unchanging. Actually, there are people like that, they think like that. Even students also think like that. There are students who think like that. So they are the fixed mindset. Afterward, at the end of this webinar, I'm going to share the video that actually proves the thinking can, by Carol Dweck, that thinking can influence your mindset actually. And she have proved it in the 3 or 4 studies done in the US and so on. That is a very interesting video at the end of this webinar I'm going to show to everybody. Like the growth mindset, I like to try new things. Yeah, if you're growth mindset, you try to try new method, new things, and so on. And then fixed mindset, I stick to what I know. I don't want to try new things. I just stick to what I know. Meaning there's no growing actually, So remember, thoughts are very important. Actually, thoughts is what make you, whether you are growth mindset or the fixed mindset. Actually, most of the time we have more negative thoughts that are based on the negative and the positive. I think we got 1 positive thought compared to 5 negative thoughts. So we are what the people call negativity bias. We got negativity bias because during the time when we were in the evolution stage, in the savannah and all that, the negative mind now is very important to survive actually during that time. We can be eaten by the saber-toothed tiger or so on. So that's why it's memang according to psychology, we are negativity bias, So that is what going on, the blue and the black mind. So I am sure you prefer the blue mind, the growth mindset. I think these are same like what we explained just now. Okay. And then you see my growth mindset, my effort and attitude determine my ability. Yeah, your effort, your attitude determine your ability actually. And then the fixed mindset, my potential is predetermined. Nothing I can change, it's predetermined. Like when I'm frustrated, I give up. So these are the things, it's memang happening in our mind, when we experience this thing. Actually, one important thing is this effort, actually, Those with fixed mindset, they believe effort is a reflection of the low intelligence, And then hard work means, I don't get it, I'm unintelligent. So according to them, effort is lack of ability. But for the growth mindset, see effort as part of success. How can you be successful without putting effort and hard work? So they try harder when faced with a setback. So according to them, effort equals success. The more they use effort to overcome the difficulty, okay? They can overcome any problem once you put the effort. And this is how the mind grows actually. Learning helps our neuron grow. The more we learn, the more connections they make. So you can see here the neurons making connection, all these things. The more you learn, the more you practice your musical instrument, like Mozart and all that, and Albert Einstein come up with theories and reading and learning and so on. Meaning to say, the more we learn, the more connections we grow. Actually, the brain of Albert Einstein is same size, with any brain of any human being, about 3 pounds or something. It's the same only, but the problem, the difference is the connections. They found out that Albert Einstein in the brain got more connections. That's what makes him smart. I think the other guys like Steve Jobs and so on, all these people got more connections in their brain actually. That's what makes them more successful and all that. So one way to get, the main way to get more connection is by learning actually. Every day, new neurons are being formed in your brain. Some people, during the early time, they thought our neurons are fixed. We cannot grow new neurons and all that. This is called the neuroplasticity. Our brain is a living brain. Every day, new neurons are being formed. So it's a universe out there in our brain. There, look at this picture here, electricity and all that, connections and all that. The more connection you have, the more. The more, what you can put out, more smarter you are, the more intelligent you are. This is proven by neuroscience. So now research shows that the brain is more like a muscle. It changes and gets stronger when you use it. If you don't use your brain, you are not going to be that smart anymore, So that's why you have to keep on using your brain. That's like we go to the gym, to build our tricep and muscle and all that, to become stronger. So same also with the brain. So you can see this cartoon here. The brain is exercising. So the question is, do you exercise your brain or do you just exercise your body only, Okay. So one way to exercise your brain is by learning. Another way to exercise your brain is by exercise. According to some research done, 30 minutes, 3 times a week, also can develop your brain power, by regular exercise. And then one more thing, the more you exercise your brain, I think the younger you will, the healthy and younger you will stay. So this is what happened. So your brain becomes stronger, intelligent, by exercising your brain neurons. This is the neuron connection. It's very tiny, but we have made the picture very big, so you can see. This is how the brain looks like inside your mind and inside your brain there. All the connections and so on. Electricity, neural network and all that are being formed. Every time you do something new, the neural network, new network are being formed inside your mind, inside your brain. So I think we sometimes use interchangeably mind and brain, but they are not the same thing. Inside your brain, the new highway, some people call it the highway, new neural highway inside your brain by learning new things. So maybe I suggest, every time when you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth using, your left hand. Try using your right hand and we see how you will learn something new and then the brain will create a new neural network, Do something that is different, I think we got, how many billion that I heard? I think 80 billion neurons in our brain, that is a lot of neurons, billions, 80 billion neurons in your brain. And are we using all the neurons? According to some study done, only 5% of the people in the world are using the maximum, I don't know how many percent, but they are using the full neuron and all that, but the rest are not using even maybe how many, 10, 20% or 10 or 5% of what of the power of the neuron, So actually, I believe what that guy tell us, we are all born geniuses actually, but we don't know how to exercise our geniuses, this one, people with growth mindset take advantage of new neurons that continue to learn and challenge themselves their entire life, become smarter and wiser the older they get. Okay, so this one remind me of our Prime Minister, Dr. Mahathir. Even though he's 96 or 98 now, he's still very smart. The brain is still very young. Although the body already old, but the brain is still very young. So which one you prefer? Young brain, or you prefer a old body? Please put in the chat box. Which one you prefer? Young brain or old body? Okay, old body, young brain. Okay, old body, young brain. Young brain, yeah. Because sometimes your brain it's better to have a young brain. Okay, you won't suffer from all the neurological diseases and Alzheimer and so on. So there are ways to keep your brain young. Actually, according to now, a lot of research have been done. To how to keep your brain young. To keep on exercising, to keep on learning, and maybe take some supplement. I heard this omega-3 fish oil very good for the brain. Actually, so something like that. So we can live longer now. I heard that somebody were talking. If we can survive another 10 or how many years, or 10 or 20 years or what, we will be able to live for 120 or 130 years, because there are many new discoveries being made in the neuroscience and medical and science and all that. We are in the future living longer and all that, and maybe smarter and all that, and wiser and all that. So I'm sure you want to be old, but as a smart guy, as a wiser old man and old woman or what, wiser, very good, and healthy again. Like this woman, healthy. We want to be healthy. We don't want to be old and not healthy. We want to be healthy. So this one is change your word and change your mindset. Actually, words are very powerful. Words have the power to change your thinking, your attitude, your mind, actually. So you can see some word here. I can't do this any better. And then if you are growth mindset, you say, I will use the strategy I've learned to get better. Like this one for student. I cannot do maths. I cannot do maths. If you are a fixed mindset, but in a growth mindset, I'm going to train my brain to do maths. That is the issue here, You don't say you cannot do maths. You can learn to do maths, actually. Like now, the issue of science and mathematics and so on. People think in their mind now, maths is very difficult, science is very difficult. So if you think it's difficult, how are you going to learn? So you need to change your mindset, actually. So actually everything like this one, I made a mistake. If you are fixed mindset, and then mistake help me improve. Yeah, you can make mistake, but it can help you to improve yourself. That's what we want, actually, improve ourselves. It's okay to make mistake. We learn by making mistake, actually. When you start cycling on the bicycle, you drop many times, but still you keep on going. That's why you learn how to ride a bike and bicycle and so on. If you just give up, then actually the children, they don't give up. Young kids and all that, they keep on doing without giving up. Only when we get older and adult and all that, we try to give up. We forget the time when we were young. Anything is possible for us. So change your word and change your mindset, the way you're thinking, your thoughts. Actually, this is what they use in the NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. So what word you give to your brain, that's how you will be programmed. That's how you program your mindset, actually. So I don't know whether you have heard about this neuro-linguistic programming. Actually, our mind is just a computer, actually, not supercomputer. Only thing, we don't have a software, but we have to use the correct words that we tell ourselves, tell our mind and tell ourselves and all that. So if you tell yourself negative thing, of course the brain going to perform the negative things for you. If you tell yourself the positive thing, then the mind will perform positive things to you. Normally, whatever happened to you is neutral, actually. How you interpret it, that's what makes a difference, actually. Either you can see it as a crisis, or either you can see it as opportunity. Like now, opportunity crisis, according to the Chinese philosophy. In the crisis, there is opportunity also, and so on. So it depends on how you see the thing. So same like mindset, how you see the thing is your mindset, how you perceive the thing. Okay, so there are many things. Okay. This mindset quotes. Number one, fall 7 times, stand up 8 times. Japanese proverb. So even though you fall 7 times, but you must stand up again. You must stand up more time than you fall. 7 times fall, stand up 8 times. So Japanese people, their philosophy is like that. They never give up actually, Okay. That's why Japan is very good in the quality and all that. They never give up anything on quality. They keep on improving themselves. Although now I think the Japanese, I don't know, maybe the Japanese have been overtaken by China. But still, Japan is, I mean, good quality-wise. Even now they're having Olympic, I heard, they're having Olympics, even though with the pandemic going on and all that, they're having Olympics. Okay, another growth mindset quote is, I may not be there yet, but I am closer than I was yesterday. So you are getting closer. It's a journey actually, Every day you get closer to your goal, Actually, people with growth mindset, they have a goal, they have a learning goal. So they keep on going on the journey. So every day you get closer to where you are. But at the end, you will reach your goal. So you might say, this one very powerful, not there yet. Afterward, I think I will explain the power of not yet. This one, Martin Luther King. This is quite a popular quote. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. You cannot move backward. You have to keep forward. Look in the future there. Don't look at the back. Look in front and keep on moving. Especially nowadays, in the 21st century, we have to keep on moving, We have to move fast again. I think not move lagi, or we have to run or whatever, faster again, and all that. So this is Martin Luther, who is famous for giving the civil rights to the blacks in the US and all that. So it's a famous speech. I have a dream, quite popular speech. Or is it father or what? Junior, okay, maybe senior or what? This one, Winston Churchill. People with a growth mindset want to learn and don't want to give up just because something is hard. So his famous quotation, never, never, never give up during the Second World War. So you see, he never give up. If the Britain have given up, I don't know, maybe we will be living in a different world, The world, I don't know, what type of world we will be living in if the Germany or Nazis have won the Second World War, the Japanese have won the Second World War, I think completely different world now, would not be what we have now. And why did we have the world now? Because Winston Churchill said, never, never give up. Actually, Britain was quite integral in achieving ending the Second World War, If they have given up, all would have been not successful. The Germany would have won the Second World War in Japan and all that, But look at this quotation, never, never give up. He managed to convince the people, never, never give up. So we owe very gratitude to him, just because of this concept, never give up. I don't know whether you remember, I don't know whether the younger generation know this guy, Winston Churchill. You know him? Anybody? Put a yes if you know him. If you have heard about him. Anybody? You know this guy? Winston Churchill? Yes. Okay. Yeah, he's quite popular, Prime Minister of UK. Quite popular Prime Minister of UK. I think there is a book written on him also about his leadership style and all that. Now there is a book also on leadership, Winston Churchill in a leadership style. Okay, yeah, I think, okay, good, him, quite popular, this guy. The passion for stretching yourself, even when it's not going well, is the hallmark of a growth mindset. So have patience. All things are difficult before they become easy, according to Saidi. So it's true. I don't think there are things when they are easy and then they become difficult. Do you know of any situation which is easy and then they become difficult? So actually, all things are difficult before they become easy. I think that is quite a law of nature, actually, difficult and then they become easy. According to the day I was reading some by this Robin Sharma, he said, change is difficult in the beginning, is messy in the middle, and is gorgeous at the end. So you see, these are the three processes of change, actually. So we must put our goal at the end there to be successful and all that. So now we look at the examples of growth mindset. How you praise your child. Kids love praise and parents love giving it. So when your child comes to you with an A on his math paper, you can either go with the fixed mindset and say, you are smart, or you can go with the growth mindset and acknowledge the effort he or she has put into it and say, wow, you really work hard on that paper. So you are praising the effort, not the one that, you are smart. So this is a research done actually, even in the school or in the university or what, we should praise the effort, not the, what do you call, you are smart and so on. So I think if any teachers are here or what, so that, or parents also can use this concept of how you want to praise your child and so on. Even I think as an employee also you can use the same thing, you praise the effort, not just because they are smart or what, you praise the effort put into the project or what. So this is for parents and teachers. Example 2, feedback. I think most of you, if you are employee, you will get feedback from your boss, I think once a year or what. So someone with a fixed mindset may decide that their boss has no idea what she is talking about and completely ignore the feedback. Alternatively, they must agree with their boss and think, I just can't do anything right. I don't have what it takes to be successful. I don't know. Does this resonate with you? This explanation? You ever hear people saying this thing? Type a yes if you hear people say such thing, Did you hear any? I mean, you hear anybody saying such thing, your co-workers or what? Not you lah, your co-workers say something like this, Okay. So a growth mindset will seriously consider this feedback, evaluate it objectively as possible, and seek out more information and other opinions to compare. If your boss has a point, you should come up with a possible solution to improve your performance and do your best to implement that. So if you follow this one, the second one, you are the growth mindset. If you follow the first one, you are belong to the fixed mindset. So this is feedback quite popular in organization. Now, this one is about the growth mindset principle, the 8 growth mindset principles. Normally, sometimes people use the word habit. I think you remember that book. The 7 habits of highly effective people. So now I think this one got 8 growth mindset principles. First one, you must have a compelling belief. A belief in yourself and your skill and your ability and your capacity for positive change. So belief very important. Sometimes I believe that if you got a growth mindset, you are more to the empowering belief. You have an empowered belief in yourself. If you are to the fixed mindset, you are limiting belief. Your belief is limiting you. You have a limiting belief, I cannot do that and all that. And then number 2, view failure in a different light. See as opportunity to learn from your experiences and apply what you have learned next time around. So you apply what you learn from your experiences or from your failure or whatever. And number 3, cultivate self-awareness. You must know your talent, your strength, your weakness, gather feedback from those who know you best and use it for your self-improvement. How many of you know your weaknesses? Anybody? Yeah, you know your weaknesses? You know your weaknesses. Type a yes in the chat box if you know your weaknesses. That is the part of awareness, Some people, they only know their strength, they don't know their weaknesses, or they don't want to know their weaknesses, they only want to know the strength only. They don't want to look at weaknesses because it makes them look not very good, make them look smart and so on. So it's human nature actually to look for strength and all that. So actually it's better to, there are some research done that says that we have to concentrate on our strength. They call it the character strength. Look at your strength, character strength. There is something like that, character strength. So you concentrate on your character strength, will make you a better performer and so on. Gather feedback, you gather feedback and then you learn. That's why it's good to get feedback from people, then you learn from it. Because sometimes you cannot see yourself, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, or what you cannot know. Only people can know. So I think something like what you call that Johari window or what, where people know about you, but you don't know about yourself. Johari, they call it Johari window. I don't know why the word Johari. I think the person who come up with that concept, I think Johari or what. I think, yeah, if you are in business or management, you have heard this. I think you are doing organization behavior, you have heard about this concept of Johari window, what you know about yourself, other people don't know, but you don't know about yourself, other people know about you. And then be curious and commit to lifelong learning. Keep on learning if you want to stay young. You want your brain to stay young. Try to adopt the attitude of a child, because child is very curious, looking at the world around you with awe and wonderment. So if you attitude, child is very creative also. So ask question and learn to listen to the answer. Ask question. I think there is a concept here called learning by asking question. The more you ask question, the more you learn. If you don't ask question, even though you get the wrong answer or you ask the wrong question or what, you still learn something, what is the correct answer and so on. So it's better to be a lifelong learner. How many of you here consider yourself as a lifelong learner? Type yes in the chat box. You keep on learning, keep on learning. Yes, so many of you. Okay, so that's why you are here today. You want to learn something, about this growth mindset. Correct. So it's good. Yeah, lifelong learning. I mean, today, everything is changing so fast. We have to keep on learning, We cannot stop learning, actually. Some people think they got their degree already, no need to learn anything, Just continue with your degree, no need to learn. Actually, we must keep on learning. Now there is something like informal learning, non-formal learning, so many type of learning. But the problem is, the day I read one book or what they call it, how to learn. People don't know how to learn. We are not born with the manual how to learn, We have to be taught how to learn. I think that's a good course also. Maybe next time I can give a talk on that. How to learn, actually, There is one course in Coursera, I downloaded the course from Coursera, teaching how to learn. So there are many things we need to learn, how to learn, actually. The learning is another superpower, I want to tell you. Learning is another superpower that you can have in this world to stay ahead of the world. And stay ahead in your job, in your career, and so on. Okay, great friendly with challenges. You are meant to accomplish anything worthwhile, you will face many challenges. If whatever you are doing is worthwhile, you will face a lot of challenges on your journey. Be prepared for facing these challenges and learning from failure. If you see, there's one video by this Joseph Campbell. It's called Finding Joe. Finding Joe, I think the name of the documentary, Finding Joe. So meaning, you have to face many challenges, we see the movie Star Wars and all that, they face a lot of challenges on the journey to achieve something, to capture something or what. So it's memang a journey, So face challenges. Cannot be something where there's a journey with no challenges. Every time you see any movie, this challenge, that challenge, they come up with many problems and all that. At the end, they will be successful. So you must learn you must face the challenges head on. Do what you love and love what you do. Okay, you must be passionate about what you're doing, then it's easier to succeed and learn. Be tenacious, take a lot of hard work to succeed, but it takes even more hard work if you must be tenacious and weathering the obstacle, getting up after each time you fall. Like just now, the Japanese one, fall 7 times, get up 8 times. So you must get up again. Don't ever keep on falling and not get up. So you have to get up when you fall. I mean, everybody will fall apart. I mean, in your lifetime, cannot be everything so perfect. We will face, life is full of challenges, actually, we must overcome obstacles. Even now, also, pandemic, also, we got a lot of obstacles for student, for employee, for employer, a lot of obstacles. But you must be willing to overcome, they call it what, resilience and all that. Inspire and be inspired by others. Just now, celebrate and inspire by others. Inspired by the success of others. So sometimes we want to envy others, and when they succeed, commit to being inspiration to others and use the success to get inspiration. When people are successful, you also can be successful if you follow how they do it. So don't feel envy about others, but it's not easy to do that. I mean, we human nature, we try to be very envious of other success, but if you want to achieve the growth mindset, you must let go of this envy inside you. Actually, envy is one of the sin, actually, not deadly sin, or what they call it, envy, actually, not very good for your soul or for your mind and for your heart or whatever. How is everything so far? Okay? I forget to ask you. Everything is okay or not?
So far, so far, so good, Professor.
Okay. Yeah, must ask also lah. If I keep on talking, I don't know about others. How are they okay or not? Yeah, okay. If you okay, so I think okay. Okay, so we can continue. Okay, next one. Technique for fostering a growth mindset. Acknowledge and embrace your imperfection. Don't hide from your weaknesses. Yeah, some people like to hide from their weaknesses, I mean, of course, nobody is perfect. Everybody is imperfect, but embrace your imperfection. But some people don't want to embrace their imperfection. They think they are perfect. Even I think there's one course say this perfection is actually not very good. We should not achieve for perfection. If good enough is good enough, or what is, I mean, okay lah, but not perfect. Nothing can. Even I say some people, when you write, like if you're writing a book, just write whatever you can write. Don't think, oh, this is not good. I want to make it more perfect. If you start making it perfect, you will never finish your book. You just make a full stop and continue, and that's all. I think we can never achieve perfection. So I say, as a human being, we are imperfect. So don't hide your weaknesses. As long as you know your weakness, you can overcome it. View challenges as opportunity for self-improvement. Yeah, challenges is opportunity, actually, to improve yourself. Because if you don't have challenges, how can you improve yourself? Yeah, you must improve yourself based on challenges. I hope many of you got experience a lot of challenges. I think, of course, everybody got challenges. Is there anybody here got no challenges? Anybody here so perfect, no challenges? Maybe somebody maybe blessed or what. We can be somebody with no challenges, We don't know, maybe lah. Some people are very blessed and all that. Okay. So, replace the word failing with learning in your vocabulary. So there should not be any word failing in your vocabulary. It should be learning. So this is what I call the NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. It's the word that you fit inside your brain, how you program your brain. So if there's no word fail, learning, so your brain will accept it as learning. If you think it's fail, then your brain will accept it as failing. Value the learning process over the end result. The learning is part of, it's a process, It's a journey, actually, So we value the learning process, not the end result. Use the phrase "not yet" more often than "I have not mastered it." Something like, "I haven't mastered it yet, but I'm going to master it soon." So you are not yet there, but you are on the way there. And then last one, this one, grit, very important, this grit. Determination and perseverance. Actually, according to one research done by Angela Duckworth, this grit can make a difference in the student performance, actually, Even though they are not that intelligent, but if they got this grit, even I think as an employee also, grit very important. That's what the study is about, grit, Your determination and perseverance in the face of challenges that you are going to experience in life and work and so on. Yeah, growth mindset is a mindset that allow you to thrive during some of the more challenging time in their life. Like now we are having pandemic. It's a very challenging time in our life. But people with growth mindset, they are thriving during this time. I also heard some people are making, I don't know, the day got somebody said that they are making more money now compared to last time. So you see, they are thriving in the during pandemic ini. But there are people also who go bankrupt. So you see, you have to adjust your mindset actually, you can still succeed now even, in this pandemic also. I think some businesses also, they change the method of delivering and make the product and all that, they are successful. So it's all a matter of your mindset actually. If you change your mindset, you can be successful. You don't see it as a what you call crisis, you see it as opportunity. So actually it's about mindset, like growth mindset, they will see this as opportunity. If you are fixed mindset, you will see this as a crisis, that you cannot do anything about. Like now we are working from home. Okay, you can also, then we can adjust to working from home. Doesn't mean that we cannot work from home. We can work from home. So we adjust our mindset to working from home. But if you think, oh, cannot lah, this one cannot, that one cannot, of course you will not be very good working from home. So we have tough times ahead actually, We are not sure this pandemic will be over or not soon. Some people say 1 year, some people say 2 years. Not sure lah. What do you think? You think the pandemic will be over soon? Yes or no? I think maybe about no, okay, not yet. Yeah, it's maybe on the way lah, but not yet. Yeah, very big. Yeah, positive. Yeah, yes. If you say yes, you are positive. It will be over. We will defeat the coronavirus 19 coronavirus. Yeah, this one we will. Okay. Even though we got Delta virus or whatever virus, we will overcome. Actually, for your information, based on history, we got many pandemic before this. The black, the Spanish flu, the Black Death and whatever in UK and all that in London. We have overcome. History tells us that human beings, they're very determined to succeed. They can overcome any problem whatever problem they face in their life. So I believe based on history, we will be able to overcome this coronavirus and all this pandemic and all that. I mean, based on history lah. I also study history. I also like history actually. History got many things we can learn from history. But the problem is some people, they don't learn from history. They keep on repeating the same thing, the same mistake. So history is quite relevant to you study about history. Okay. History, they call it history, history, the present story. So what do you think? Important history, to study history important? Yes or no? Put a yes if you think history is important. Yeah, okay, yeah, correct. History. That's why in our school, everybody, all the science and art students must study history. Don't forget your history. Yeah, Malaysian history is new. Okay, history very important. But sometimes what the problem is, some people can modify the history, They can change the history actually. I mean, if you write the history, you can write your way, the other people write another way. So it's actually some people's story or what they think happened actually, Even though it's not based on historical data. I don't know. I saw the movie Age of the World, the James Book movie about founding of Sarawak. I saw it. I don't know whether it's based on historical data or what. Yeah, the movie Age of the World, the new movie on Sarawak by James, about the James Book story and all that. So maybe they make it more glamour based on. Okay, so I think it's better if you can watch the movie. At least you get some idea. There are a number of movies done on Sarawak actually based on the history and all that. Okay, so. Okay, last we come to the summary. So growth mindset is the idea that every human being has the capability to grow and develop. Yeah, we are human beings. we are given this capability to grow and develop our mind or our brain or what. So we have this power, potential inside us, Only thing is, what is stopping us is our mindset. If you are fixed mindset, you will not grow that much. But if you are a growth mindset, you will grow and develop to your full potential, That's what the idea is, full potential. So are you developing or are you achieving your full potential now, Are you at your full potential, As a human being got unlimited potential actually, I mean, sometimes we use only maybe 5% or 10% of our capability. Just now I told you about the neuron inside our brain, the 80 billion neurons, Are we using them all, 80 billion neurons, So actually we have a very super brain actually, I think there was a book written recently and they call it, we don't have one brain only, we got, if you find the book in the Google, you can find it's called 1,000 brains. Is it true that a human being has 1,000 brains? Are we just looking at one of the brain only? Yeah, recently I heard there is another brain called the gut brain, down here, gut brain, GUT, gut brain. That's how you get your gut feeling, I got this gut feeling that I should buy this one, I should buy that, I should, so there is another brain there in your gut, GUT, gut. It's down there near the stomach or what, somewhere there. There is a brain there also, maybe there are brain other places also in our body. That's why I think this person wrote the book, 1,000 brains, It's a new theory on intelligence, Yeah, maybe we could have many brains inside our brain, many brains, so we don't know. So actually human beings are very unique actually, they got a lot of things they can do actually, Okay, growth mindset is the ability to take constructive criticism and use it opportunity for growth. Constructive criticism. But some people say there is no such thing as constructive criticism. Is criticism negative or what? Criticism. So I don't know. Some people invent this word of constructive criticism to improve your performance and all that. Okay, number 3, a growth mindset is based on the understanding that intelligence and skill can be developed through hard work, effort, dedication, and willingness to learn from mistakes. Actually, very popular now, learning from failure, learning from mistake. So growth mindset allows people to see their potential and focus on the development of their skill. Skill actually can be developed, I think I saw one guy right now, Tim Ferriss, he said that we can get world-class skill in less than 6 months. We can develop a world-class skill less than 6 months. He is the author of the book 4-Day Week, 4-Day Week or something like that. And then when we don't give up, we facing challenges, we set back and instead persevere in order to learn from mistakes, we can improve our performance. So that is actually very important. Before this one, okay, there's another thing. So do you have a fixed mindset or a growth mindset? It's your choice, you decide because you are in charge of your mind. Okay, you are in charge of your mind. You can decide you want to have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. Okay, but I want you to remember this story before you decide. A grandfather is talking to his grandson about his experiences in life. He tells the son that he has 2 wolves inside him. One wolf is evil, is greed, envy, hatred, ignorance and darkness, The other wolf is good. It is generosity, hope, love, humility, and light. These 2 wolves, the good and the evil, are at the battle with all the people, within all people, And the grandfather tells his grandson. So the grandson asks, the grandson look at the father, the grandfather and asks, which wolf wins? So the grandfather said, the one you feed. So it's the same thing in mindset. Which one do you feed? Do you feed the growth mindset or do you feed the fixed mindset with your thoughts? When you have thoughts in your mind, that's how you feed them, with your thoughts, So that's why I say to you, concentrate on the positive thought. Don't concentrate on the limiting thought or negative thought, Actually, there are 2 types of thought. One is the limiting thought, limit you, and the other one is the empowering thought that empower you, like the growth mindset. If you follow the limiting thought, the fixed mindset, and so on. So now get started more. Now you start becoming more awesome. When you follow your growth mindset, you are very awesome than yesterday. So today and tomorrow. So tomorrow you will be more awesome than you are yesterday or today, because you have learned this concept of growth mindset. So actually, it's your choice. Everybody have a choice whether you want to be growth, you want to follow the growth mindset way, or you want to follow the. There are two way. One is growth mindset, one is fixed mindset. It's your choice which road you want to take. Okay, I think I've covered. I think everything. What I want to share with you, and I hope that whatever I've covered here will help you to decide, which one you want to follow, the growth mindset or the fixed mindset, and will enable you to achieve your full potential. Actually, that's what the purpose of growth mindset and fixed mindset is, to achieve your true purpose, your full potential actually, and your full potential will depend on your, this one I think, okay, this one should be earlier lah, okay, it's okay lah. I think we cancel this poll lah. We start in the beginning just now. Okay. So I think before we stop, I want to share some videos with you. I think there are two videos that are very relevant to this topic of growth. Or you want to ask question first, or want to look at the video first? Okay. Any question? I think look at
show them the
a video first.
Huh?
Okay, video. So let's see how to. Okay, let me share the video. This one a bit. Okay, new share. I think I close this thing first, the PowerPoint, and close. Hold on, I want to close this PowerPoint because the video I have to play the video first. Only I have to remove my earphone to play the video. Okay, wait, hold on. Stop share. Okay, so let me open the video first, and then I will play the video. Okay. So this is okay, the first video. Is this the video or what? Okay, so this is the video.
Okay, while waiting, please fill in the survey form. Yeah, thank you.
I heard about.
Wait, bit quite difficult. Okay, so let me play the video and then we'll go to.
The power of yet.
Can you see the video?
I heard about a high school in Chicago where students had to pass a certain number of courses to graduate, and if they didn't pass a course, they got the grade not yet. And I thought that was fantastic, because if you get a failing grade, you think, I'm nothing, I'm nowhere. But if you get the grade not yet, you understand that you're on a learning curve. It gives you a path into the future. Not yet also gave me insight into a critical event early in my career, a real turning point. I wanted to see how children coped with challenge and difficulty. So I gave 10-year-olds problems that were slightly too hard for them. Some of them reacted in a shockingly positive way. They said things like, I love a challenge, or, you know, I was hoping this would be informative. They understood that their abilities could be developed. They had what I call a growth mindset. But other students felt it was tragic, catastrophic. From their more fixed mindset perspective, their intelligence had been up for judgment and they failed. Instead of luxuriating in the power of yet, they were gripped in the tyranny of now. So what do they do next? I'll tell you what they do next. In one study, they told us they would probably cheat the next time instead of studying more if they failed a test. In another study, after a failure, they looked for someone who did worse than they did so they could feel really good about themselves. And in study after study, they have run from difficulty. Scientists measured the electrical activity from the brain as students confronted an error. On the left, you see the fixed mindset students. There's hardly any activity. They run from the error. They don't engage with it. But on the right, you have the students with the growth mindset, the idea that abilities can be developed. They engage deeply. Their brain is on fire with yet. They engage deeply. They process the error. They learn from it and they correct it. How are we raising our children? Are we raising them for now instead of yet? Are we raising kids who are obsessed with getting A's? Are we raising kids who don't know how to dream big dreams? Their biggest goal is getting the next A or the next test score? And are they carrying this need for constant validation with them into their future lives? Maybe because employers are coming to me and saying, we have already raised a generation of young workers who can't get through the day without an award. So what can we do? How can we build that bridge to yet? Here are some things we can do. First of all, we can praise wisely, not praising intelligence or talent. That has failed. Don't do that anymore, but praising the process that kids engage in, their effort, their strategies, their focus, their perseverance, their improvement. This process praise creates kids who are hardy and resilient. There are other ways to reward yet. We recently teamed up with game scientists from the University of Washington to create a new online math game that rewarded yet. In this game, students were rewarded for effort, strategy, and progress. The usual math game rewards you for getting answers right now. But this game rewarded process. And we got more effort, more strategies, more engagement over longer periods of time, and more perseverance when they hit really, really hard problems. Just the words yet or not yet, we're finding, give kids greater confidence, give them a path into the future that creates greater persistence. And we can actually change students' mindsets. In one study, we taught them that every time they push out of their comfort zone to learn something new and difficult, the neurons in their brain can form new, stronger connections, and over time, they can get smarter. Look what happened. In this study, students who were not taught this growth mindset continued to show declining grades over this difficult school transition. But those who were taught this lesson showed a sharp rebound in their grades. We have shown this now, this kind of improvement with thousands and thousands of kids, especially struggling students. So let's talk about equality. In our country, there are groups of students who chronically underperform. For example, children in inner cities or children on Native American reservations. And they've done so poorly for so long that many people think it's inevitable. But when educators create growth mindset classrooms steeped in yet, equality happens. And here are just a few examples. In 1 year, a kindergarten class in Harlem, New York, scored in the 95th percentile on the National Achievement Test. Many of those kids could not hold a pencil when they arrived at school. In 1 year, fourth grade students in the South Bronx, way behind, became the #1 fourth grade class in the state of New York on the state math test. In a year to a year and a half, Native American students in a school on a reservation went from the bottom of their district to the top. And that district included affluent sections of Seattle. So the Native kids outdid the Microsoft kids. This happened because the meaning of effort and difficulty were transformed. Before, effort and difficulty made them feel dumb, made them feel like giving up. But now, effort and difficulty, that's when their neurons are making new connections, stronger connections. That's when they're getting smarter. I received a letter recently from a 13-year-old boy. He said, "Dear Professor Dweck, I appreciate that your writing is based on solid scientific research, and that's why I decided to put it into practice. I put more effort into my schoolwork, into my relationship with my family, and into my relationship with kids at school. And I experience great improvement in all of those areas. I now realize I've wasted most of my life. Let's not waste any more lives, because once we know that abilities are capable of such growth, it becomes a basic human right for children, all children, to live in places that create that growth, to live in places filled with yet. Thank you.
Okay, there's another video I want to show again. One more video lah. Okay.
After being cut from his high school basketball team, he went home, locked himself in his room, and cried. He wasn't able to speak until he was almost 4 years old, and his teachers said he would never amount to much. Was demoted from her job as a news anchor because she wasn't fit for television. Fired from a newspaper for lacking imagination and having no original ideas. At age 11, he was cut from his team after being diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency, which made him smaller in stature than most kids his age. At 30 years old, he was left devastated and depressed after being unceremoniously removed from the company he started. A high school dropout whose personal struggles with drugs and poverty culminated in an unsuccessful suicide attempt. A teacher told him he was too stupid to learn anything, and that he should go into a field where he might succeed by virtue of his pleasant personality. Rejected by Decca recording studios, who said, "We don't like their sound. They have no future in show business." His first book was rejected by 27 publishers. His fiancée died, failed in business, had a nervous breakdown, and was defeated in 8 elections. If you've never failed, you've never tried anything new.
Okay, I think that's all. I mean, any question? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you forgot your mic, Prof.
Yeah, I think that's the end of the video, the 2 videos I want to show.
Okay, maybe we can have, now it's 3:40. Maybe we can have around 10-15 minutes of question and answer. I see that there is one question, Prof. Kuldev, from anonymous attendee, posted at 3:32 p.m. In the Q&A box. Okay, but I think this is quite a question that all of us, or maybe some of us, can relate to. I am working closely with 2 persons with a fixed mindset. It exhausted me, and at times it's a drag to go to work. Okay, the question is in the Q&A. Everybody can have a read of it. Yeah. So I've motivated myself over and over again, and learn to be patient with them and take baby steps every time there's changes that need to be implemented. But it seems that it doesn't go anywhere. So it's like going back into circles and having to deal with them again and again, So how do I go about this? So what do you think, Prof? Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for the question. So you are working with 2 people who have a fixed mindset. And then I think maybe you are with a growth mindset, so you don't find it very suitable working with this type of people who are a fixed mindset. So basically, there must be a reason why they are behaving like that, I think, I don't know, some people say the best way is to ask them, why are they behaving like that? Is that anything that you are doing, or maybe the organization is doing, that they are not happy about? Because normally when people are not happy with something in the organization, they will behave like a fixed mindset, But actually, I think the best way is to ask question. I mean, ask them something. I mean, I'm sure you can communicate with them. You communicate with them and find out why are they behaving that way. Once you know the reason why they are doing like that, then we can find the answer to the question. And I hope you can also manage to change their mindset. That is a problem actually. Not easy to change the mindset of people. Like now, when I'm talking about fixed mindset and growth mindset, I'm talking about you as a person, how you can use that growth mindset and become a growth mindset person or a fixed mindset person. But you must be willing to change your mindset from fixed to growth mindset. So that's why change is not easy actually, For these type of people, maybe they still think that the growth mindset is not important for them. They still want to hang on to the old belief system. Maybe I think could be also they have the skill to do what you want them to do. Sometimes people they don't have the skill, so they are more to the fixed mindset because they think they cannot do anything because they don't have the power or the autonomy to do things. It depends on whether they have the power, whether they have the skill or the autonomy to do the things. Sometimes people they don't want to cooperate with people because of this, or sometimes it can be a communication problem. Maybe you can practice what they call active listening or something. You listen to them and understand them or understand their situation. There are some people say we use empathy. We use empathy to look at the situation. Because sometimes when you show, I think it's true. When you show empathy, when you can show love to them, they will change. If you make them realize, how important it is for them to do the right thing in the organization. I mean, if they really don't want to, if they're not interested with the job, they might quit or so. But if they want to keep the job, they want to keep on belong to the organization, they have to do what they are required to do. So I think another thing is maybe you can motivate them. Maybe they're not motivated like you are motivated. You're very motivated, but maybe they are not motivated. So it can be a question of motivation. That's why they don't want to do what maybe you ask them to do or what. I think it's a problem of attitude, not easy, sometimes in my university also got people like that, in my university, we got people like that. The best is you will try to avoid them, that's the only thing. We can avoid them. Some people, they avoid people like that. They don't want to be influenced by their negativity. Sometimes negativity is contagious, But if you want to change them, you have to look at the motivation perspective or the communication perspective. How you want to, maybe like active listening. Sometimes people, they say you don't listen to me, you only think what you want to do. You don't listen to our perspective, my point of view or what. Can be it's a very complicated issue, why people behave the way they do. I hope that answer your question, and I hope you will try to convince them, to go to the growth mindset, That is a very not easy thing, It's a growth mindset is actually a habit, You have to develop that habit over time, Not easy. I think from one research done, they say it takes 66 days, to install a new habit inside your mind, So it's time consuming also. I hope that answers your question. Any other question?
There's a good reply, Prof. Kuldeep, and some of the responses in the chat box also, some of them mentioned that some, they happen to encounter not only colleagues who are like that, but sometimes superiors as well, who are, not prepared or unwilling to accept new ideas and challenges.
I thought there is one course, they call it how to deal with difficult colleague or difficult boss or something like that. That one is a good course. Maybe Masa can have a talk on that also. How to deal with difficult co-workers or difficult customer or difficult boss. Or some people, yeah.
And how do we bring in positive changes to the organization and to the people in the organization? Since we have our Dato' Tan Sri, Tan Sri Hamid Bugo here as our Honorable President of MASA. Maybe Tan Sri, can you give us a few nuggets of your wisdom on how to solve this, what seems to be a very global issue of, encountering people who have fixed mindset. Tan Sri, please, can you enlighten us a little bit how to get out of this issue?
Your experiences. Yeah, your experiences.
Tan Sri Hamid, please.
Is he online?
Tan Sri Hamid, are you still with us? We need your wisdom and kind sharing on the issue of having bosses or colleagues that are unwilling
To change.
to accept, to change, to accept new ideas. Can you share with us how to go around this issue?
Is Tan Sri online?
Tan Sri Hamid?
Yeah, now I'm in.
Okay.
1 minute, yeah. The first thing is, can you see that?
How to get?
Oh, wow. On the dot, everyone. On the dot. That is what.
Is that the book that you're talking about, Prof?
Yes.
Yeah, something like
So
that.
can,
Well,
can the
I think,
125 of us get a copy of the book, please?
yeah, okay, I will let you. I will let you have the book. Well, in the first instance, you have to know where those people, the two people that was mentioned, are they men or women? Are they boy or girls? What are their ages? What are like their dislikes? Before you can actually give a solution to how to deal with them. But the simplest way is probably you try to play a role model, so that you can display to them that being a person with growth mindset will benefit you and the people around you. Probably may not be immediate, but if they see you as a role model, and this is notwithstanding whether you are a junior or you are the boss, that can really help as a starting. But what Dr. Kuldeep said before, is of course very valid. So you have to know what are the concerns they have, what is it that is eating them up? There must be something, some reason behind that. So that's why you have to find out all this. You have to know, you have to really have a profile of these people, Like if you are a psychiatrist, somebody comes to you, you would have to know everything about them. How they sleep, whether they sleep on the back or on their side, and food they eat, and it's not easy. But you've got to be very patient. So this is a challenge, and you've got to be a person who is actually having a growth mindset to be able to kind of change these people. The best way is probably it's a difficult person. There's always a way to open them up. Yeah. And they said over a cup of coffee, probably, if they are a difficult person, there are very few people who have invited them to coffee to have a cup of coffee. So if you do that, then they will probably, open up to you, and that would be the beginning. And that's why even in big businesses, there's a lot of major decisions. It's not decided in the boardroom. It's really decided outside the boardroom, somewhere in a nice restaurant, in a coffee shop or whatever, where the ambience is people can relax. And the word empathy, which Professor Kuldeep said before, is very important. Empathy to show that you care about them. And many of these people, just like a very difficult child, they're difficult, they behave difficult because they think that nobody cares about them. So first, I think you start showing empathy, concern about them. So that's as much as I can share.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Ivan, Dr. Kuldeep.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Tan Sri, for your nuggets of wisdom as well as showing us the exact and precise book that we all need to read. So what you have just mentioned about empathy, it's so relatable to us right now, especially during the pandemic, where kindness, understanding, and tolerance are the virtues that we should practice.
Yeah, Dr.
Towards
Intan,
each other.
another concept, the resilience of it.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dr. Kodep. I enjoy the talk.
Thank you.
Appreciate the attendance from the others as well. On behalf of Masa, I think I would say thank you. But of course, Dr. Intan is the one that is tasked to look after Masa as well for this occasion. Yeah. So over to you, Dr. Intan.
Okay, thank you. So just another question, Prof. Kodip.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Posted at 3:51 p.m. I have once heard in the Q&A section, everybody can have a read. I have once heard this sentence: you can't change a person's mentality, he has to change it by himself. You can only influence. So what is your comment on this, Dr. Kun?
Yeah, I agree with you. You cannot change a person's mentality. You can help him to change actually, but the change have to be done by him. We cannot do anything about that. But like you say, we can influence. Yes, we can help him. We can let him see what are the changes that he need to do and how these changes will benefit him. But the final thing he have to do. There's nothing you can do about that. Everybody have a choice whether want to change or not. The choice lies with that person. I agree with you. Okay.
Tan Sri, any opinion about changing a person's mentality? He has to change it by himself. You can only influence. So is it true that we cannot change a person's mentality?
I don't think it's true. Everything is possible. Say again, you have depending on your own mindset, And again, before you can solve a problem, you must understand the root cause of the problem. And human being, being human, has to be a trigger that causes something. It's always cause and effect. So if you want to really change, you have to find the cause. It may take time, but I think it is a big challenge, but it is possible. I would not even consider that it cannot be done. It can be done.
Yeah, one more thing. Hello, we have to take a photo. Don't forget.
Yes. Yes.
As a proof.
Group photo,
As a proof. Group photo. Yeah.
So
I have to leave you soon. I have to leave my house by 4 o'clock.
Yes. So
we do it now. We
also mentioned that.
We do it now.
Because since there are no further questions, in the Q&A box or in the chat box. Okay, so can you please all, with your kind permission, can we have a group photo, everyone? Can you please on your video so we can see all your
beautiful faces,
beautiful, handsome faces. We are in this talk together this afternoon, so at least we have a photo as a memento.
Some more.
Some more. Where is the rest of the 93 packs that we have? At the peak of our attendance just now, I saw 116, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Where are all of you? Some more photos. Secretariat, can you let us know when to start smiling. Everyone, can you on your video or a photo that we can all later on email to all of you as a memento along with your e-certificate and those who are wanting to join and fill in the membership form. And look into our Facebook pages, page for future programs under MASA. Mr. President, do you have any messages that you like to convey, since there are 90 plus of us here, as a parting word from MASA?
So are the pictures taken yet?
I don't think so.
Hold on, I'm still adding all the participants as a panelist, so we can take all of them. So they can turn on their camera.
Okay, let us know.
Sure.
Tan Sri Hamid, as the president of MASA, is there any final remarks that you like to put out on behalf of MASA, please?
Okay, I would like on behalf of MASA just to thank, first of all, of course, Professor Dr. Kuldev for his very interesting presentation this afternoon, and also would like to thank very much all those who have participated. I do hope that we all can learn a little bit and put into practice what we learn for the benefits of every one of us. And I'm pretty sure that if there are a few things that we should be able to learn from this afternoon session. And I do hope that you will be looking forward to have similar sessions in the future. And most important is to bring back and practice some of what has been demonstrated today with your colleagues especially, so that you can build a good team in your organization. So, and I also hope that some of you who are not yet members of MASA would take the challenge to become members of MASA. And I'm sure that with your participation in MASA as a member or as a host or guest in whatever activities that MASA is organizing, it will contribute to the development of MASA and therefore to the development of human resource in the state of Sarawak, at least, if not throughout Malaysia and beyond. Okay, so thank you very much. And I have to leave you now. I have to leave my home for another appointment. Yeah.
Okay, Secretariat, can you make sure you take the photo of our president before he leaves? very precious attendance. Cannot catch the Mr. President all the time. Okay, smile, everyone. We do it pages by pages, yeah. Secretariat, stand by. Secretariat, Latif, are you there?
Yes, hold on. Please smile. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Hold on, one more time.
All right.
Okay, hold on, one more time. Okay, smile. 1. On. Okay. All right. Please turn on your camera. There is some not turning on the camera yet. Oh, it's okay. So just proceed. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Smile. Okay, done.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, and for your attendance today to this talk. I hope that on behalf of the Institute of Management Sarawak, we hope that you have enjoyed the talk this afternoon and find it a refreshing change of perspective in our life, since we are now faced with pandemic times. No? So treat today as like a booster and reminder for all of us to be positive, to learn continuously during these pandemic times, and to never stop growing and learning. Yeah. So with that, once again, on behalf of the Institute of Masa Sarawak, we would like to welcome you to join us as a member, as well as to join us in all future programs, and be free to let us know what are the improvements that you like to see in terms of governance, management, and knowledge in any particular aspect of knowledge. Actually, we are all open as learners and future leaders. Yeah, so we welcome all your questions and issues that you like to bring up for future deliberations together. Okay, so with that, please get in touch with us if you do not receive the e-certificate, and then make sure you join us as a member if you are interested. And before we end, any final words from you, Prof. Kuldeep?
Yeah, okay. Firstly, I want to thank everybody for joining this webinar, and I hope you learn something useful that you can apply in your daily life and also in your career, because this growth mindset can really change your life, professionally and personally. I believe that it can make a change. Yeah, one more thing, it can make you achieve your full potential. I'm sure you are not at the full potential yet, but with the growth mindset, you can achieve your full potential. Okay, I hope I see you again in some other seminars, webinars, and so on. Okay, thank you once again for joining this webinar.
Yeah, so thank you everyone, and especially it's very good to see all the youngsters joining us, yang muda-muda, there's so much. Dari student, is it?
My student.
Lagi bagus, the younger they start to have growth mindset, the more success they will have. The earlier you put in the mindset.
During my time of university, we don't know about fixed mindset and growth mindset also.
Exactly. How we wish we knew it 20, 30 years ago, Prof.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much again, those from the academia, those from the companies, those from the public sector. Okay, so let's continue to have growth mindset together, and please feel free to engage with Masa from time to time. Oh, hi, Mr. Ghazali, and those from thanks for joining us, Wimi Kong, and also the team members. Ramai sekali beri support hari ini. Thank you so much. And to all of you, please join us in our next webinar and in our future face-to-face activities of Masa. Keep, post yourself with updates in our Facebook page.
Become a member of Masa. Yeah, today become a member of Masa.
Yes, yes. It's free membership. So we learn together. Okay, terima kasih Cik Ghazali and team. Ramai sekali turun hari tu.
Yeah, thank you Dr. Intan for inviting us.
Okay, welcome. Okay, Assalamualaikum everyone. Take good care.
Thank you Dr. Kuldeep.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining and for all your questions.